Alright, what's going on everybody? This is Sam from RIbas. In the video I'll be doing my main card predictions for UFC 267, Blachowicz vs Teixeira. If you're new around here, I'm a handicapper. I've experience of betting MMA in the UFC for over 10 years. And like I said, I'm going to be breaking down the main card here. I'm going to be touching the bets that I'm taking on the main card. If you're a returning subscriber, I have some changes to you guys. I'm going to be releasing to the main public open in YouTube the main card only. As for my patrons, I'm gonna be saving the entire card basically with the prelims, with the bets and the breakdowns for the prelims, plus the lock of the night and top 2 parlay discussions I'm gonna also be doing on the USD $10 tier. Alright, I have simplified this. Now I have only 2 tiers. I used to have more. So if you wish to hear more about this, stick until the end. I'll show you how. Alright, so on the main card, between Blachowicz and Teixeira, I'm picking Blachowicz but not betting. Between Volkov and Tybura, I'm picking Volkov, but I'm gonna be betting Tybura here. I'm waiting a little bit still because people are betting Volkov, but I think there's a little value on Tybura here, especially by decision. Petr Yan versus Cory Sandhagen. Another one that I'm picking the juice but betting the dog. I'm picking Yan and but betting Sandhagen. A little bit more confident on this one, 1% of money on Sandhagen. Islam Makhachev versus Dan Hooker. I'm picking Makhachev and betting Hooker one more. 1% of my money on Hooker. Magomed Ankalaev versus Volkan Oezdemir. I'm picking betting Ankalaev. I think he's a strong pick. And Khamzat CHimaev versus Jingliang. Pick and betting Chimaev, my most confident pick and bet of the card. Alright, so let me break this down to you guys so you guys can know my thoughts. And like I said, if you wish to hear the full breakdown, you want to know my bets also for the undercard, take a look at my Patreon, stick until the end. Right, so between Makhachev and Dan Hooker, guys, it's it's difficult to ignore Makhachev's greatness here. This guy has basically zero flaws. He does basically everything right. He's an excellent fighter, a pressure fighter, a big guy for the division. Hits quite hard, and when he gets to the clinch, it's really a nightmare to his opponents. This guy has legit sambo wrestling, legit pressure. He also, keeps coming. He's tenacious. He has big will, heart. So he's this Dagestani guys that they bring it, and he's a force in the division. He has potential to be the champion. But like Dan Hooker said, he's not Superman. He's not invincible. And Dan Hooker, I can say great things about him as well. The guy is big, tall, rangy. He's super experienced. And Hooker has 30 fights. He has been KO'd. He has been submitted, but he has learned through the years. He hits hard. He is dangerous with the straight shots. He has a good jab, good knees inside. He has a good takedown game himself. Of course, not the same level as Makhachev's, but he's not an easy guy to take down. He has long legs. And he's a complete fighter himself, So the pick here is Makhachev, guys. Like I told you guys, it's difficult to ignore his greatness. If he gets to the clinch, and he will, eventually, and if he's gonna slam Dan Hooker from top, he's gonna impose his will. But Hooker gonna be prepared. Hooker gonna come with his knees, with the takedown defense ready. He's gonna try to get back up. He's gonna try to control the range. Islam come a little bit off, guys. He's gonna be potentially challenged. Plus, if Hooker can land a clean knee or something, we don't know how Islam gonna react if he gets badly hurt. He's probably gonna keep pushing, but still, Hooker can land something clean and still, around. So I don't know. In my eyes, it's definitely a dog or pass here. Makhachev at what he's like -700, whatever. To me, it's too much. The bet to me, the value is on Hooker. And I'm betting straight because I could see Hooker a little bit more chances on decision. Maybe I'm going to throw a little bit more on Hooker by decision, but still Hooker plus 450 to me is a big value there. So I'm picking Makhachev but betting Hooker here, right? Cory Sandhagen versus Petr Yan, another one that's very interesting. Yan, he's a tough guy. This guy is a juggernaut. He puts the hands up, he comes forward, he blocks shots, he slips shots, and he keeps coming with the hooks. He also has a decent leg kicking game, and he keeps coming. It's just insane. This guy gets hit, he doesn't care. He makes he opens himself up, and he gets taken down, but again, he doesn't care. He's so great getting back up. It's so tough to control Yan. He's also not a big guy, but he's so strong. It's really incredible. He doesn't look like one of the strongest guy in the division, but he's definitely proven that throughout the fights and the years. But he's fighting a tricky fighter here in Sandhagen, who is equally tough, who is taller, rangier, than Yan. Sandhagen is also more creative. He does a way better job with using kicks. His danger is the flying knees. This guy has lots of angles, lots of false starts and hit and run. It's difficult to hit Sandhagen. If there's a guy that's gonna try to hit and gonna try to break him, it's definitely gonna be Yan. Yan not gonna respect Sandhagen's. But to me, this line is definitely off. I have Yan as a favorite, but like 55 to 60% favorite, whereas Sandhagen, to me, the lines are really killing him. Obviously due to Petr Yan's domination, but I think Sandhagen is a live dog here, guys. He's definitely gonna be there on the fight, and we'll see what's gonna happen, guys. To me, the value is on Sandhagen. I have like 1% on him. I maybe throw a little bit more money even, especially him by decision, because Yan is incredibly tough to finish. Also, Sandhagen by decision, by far the best bet in this fight, in this fight, in my opinion. Probably you can catch Sandhagen by decision plus 400, plus 450, which is an awesome line. So I'll definitely take a prop bet there too, but still there is value on Sandhagen. You never know, he can land a flying knee and drop Piotr and these things, So to me, the value is on Sandhagen here, even though Yan has a little bit more chance because he's super aggressive, gets inside, nasty body shots, and he's gonna take the front foot all the time. So he's more likely to win a decision, but again, I wouldn't count Sandhagen totally out here. Magomed Ankalaev versus Volkan Oezdemir. This is another good one. Ankalaev, it's another great fighter. This guy's super technical. He's tall. He's fairly long, and super technical, basically standing up, and also not bad grappling. Tough to take down. He has a good takedown game, good top game with the ground and pound. He can control guys too. But he's the best, and he's touching guys on the outside. Guys get inside of his range. He starts throwing straight punches and kicks. Super tough to deal with. Volkan Oezdemir is a pressure fighter. The guy, gets the chin down and the hands up. He tries to move inside, use his swings, use some kicks. He tries to take it to the ground too. Oezdemir is a quite well-rounded fighter, but he's good when he can take the front foot, and he somehow can get inside and bully his opponents, even though he's not that big. I don't think he's has such a big chance to do that in this fight. Sorry, these guys I copied from previous slides. So I don't see much chances that Oezdemir gonna be able to get inside on Ankalaev. I'm picking Ankalaev by decision because Oezdemir is tough, but I'm not ruling out Ankalaev inside of the distance, or TKO at like plus 400 would be very interesting. If you like Oezdemir, I would definitely say by decision. If you can catch him like plus 400, would be some value there. But rather than that, Ankalaev to me is a strong pick, and I'm parlaying him from a long time ago with previous cards, So I hope that he wins here. So I would cash, but anyway, I think he's a strong favorite because of the range, the technique, and Oezdemir trying to get inside, he's probably gonna get picked. And I don't think Oezdemir takes this to the ground. Ankalaev is also bigger and stronger here, so we'll see what happens. Khamzat CHimaev Jingliang Li. So this is a simple one to break down. It's either if you are trusting the hype or not. I am, and I'm a guy that doesn't quite trust hype too much, but I am in this one. Chimaev should dominate basically. This guy is a monster with the sambo wrestling. He also hits hard. He was never quite challenged, but I think if he is challenge here in this fight, which I don't think gonna be, I think he has the heart of a champion. I see this guy as a force. He's fighting Lee, who's a good fighter, but has nothing special, to be honest. He has a good power. He's very experienced. He also has a decent well-rounded game. He likes to get inside of guys, throw his bombs, or set up his 1-2. So he's definitely a top fighter, but if you're gonna compare to Chimaev, who is really elite in the grappling, you can definitely see Chimaev dominating. Jingliang Li has showed problems from his back in the past, so this is definitely a fight for Chimaev. One more time, smash his opponents, and I'm quite confident here, even though, like I told you guys, generally I don't trust the hype, but Chimaev, I'm parlaying him from a long time ago alongside Ankalaev, throwing more money on Chimaev. So I hope that again he comes on top here. And another one that I forgot to correct here the thing. So Chimaev to me round 1, probably TKO, but he could submit Jingliang Li. So I would say like if you can catch him round 1 plus 400. I also would say like TKO if you can catch him. Actually, it's tough to tell how it would be, you know. So inside of the distance plus 300, you know, because Li is tough, or by decision like plus 350, something like this. And Li, if you like Li, maybe TKO, you know, if you trust him, or it's difficult to tell between TKO and decision. Not definitely, but very unlikely to be a submission. But I would take Li like from plus 600, something ridiculous like this, because I think Chimaev is that as strong of a pick. Alexander Volkov versus Marcin Tybura. It's an interesting one, guys. I was analyzing this one, and Volkov is a strong favorite in the bookies. I quite understand why, you know. I also have him like as a quite decent favorite, but to me there are some questions here which I don't know how this gonna play out, because Volkov is excellent when he's in the front foot with that 1-2, you know. He's super tall and long. The guy is 6'7" and long. Tybura has had problems with the bigger guys in the past, you know, but Tybura is also evolving his game, you know. He's a little bit faster here. He's the better kicker, you know. He's using better his head movements and angles. He's also under a good camp. Volkov is a little bit more consistent, more experienced, but definitely more predictable. Tybura, he's not that excellent, you know. You cannot expect Tybura to be an excellent wrestler or a big puncher or something, but he's quite consistent. This guy has evolved through the years, so I'm quite curious here, to be honest, guys, to see, you know, whether Tybura can use the kicks on the outside, you know, and avoid the straight shots, getting around with the hooks, or even, you know, testing Volkov's takedown defense, you know, to keep him honest. I don't know, man. I think the line is a little bit too steep on Volkov. To me, the value is on Tybura. I'm betting Tybura a little bit here. You know, definitely Tybura by decision. You know, this is the best bet here, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm taking a shot on Tybura. Let's see what's gonna happen here, guys. Not too confident, you know. But to me, the value is on Tybura. Let's see if he can use those kicks on the outside and the speed to his advantage, you know. But obviously, Volkov gonna do what he does. Use the sharp jab and the 1-2 up the middle, and try to, you know, outstrike Tybura here. Jan Blachowicz versus Glover Teixeira in the main event. Another interesting one. Two guys, veterans, not getting any younger, both of them. Blachowicz a little bit younger. To me, this is basically, you know, he's younger, he's tougher. You know, a little bit tougher, of course. Teixeira has an incredible heart, you know, it's just crazy. This guy gets dropped every single fight and comes on top. But Blachowicz is a little bit harder, stronger here, you know. In terms of skill set, Blachowicz, this matchup favors Blachowicz a bit, because he sits and likes to wait when the opponent comes to him, and Teixeira definitely gonna come. Teixeira tries to move the head and throw bombs inside, which makes him dangerous, but makes him susceptible as well. I think we're gonna see Blachowicz landing a little bit cleaner here, you know. And if Teixeira overcommits, Blachowicz gonna take it to the ground. He definitely has advantage from top. Teixeira is a great grappler, but only from top. From the bottom, he struggles, you know. And I can clearly see Yan being able to avoid the bombs and take it to the ground if he needs, or, you know, if they bang, if they trade. I still favor Blachowicz, because, like I told you guys, he's a little bit harder. His chin is better, you know. So Blachowicz, I'm quite confident on this guy. But at these lines, guys, you know, you could see Teixeira putting the pressure on Blachowicz, not being able to find the shot, or Blachowicz for some reason doesn't quite use his wrestling as well as he should. So I don't know, man. If you're gonna bet this, to me it's definitely a dog or pass, but I'm gonna be passing on this one. But I'm picking Yan by decision. I will probably bet Glover by decision, because as an underdog, and as tough as Yan is, as difficult as to finish as he is, to me the value is definitely on Glover, so I'm going to be betting Glover by decision here. Alright, so guys, this will do for this video. So like I told you guys, if you're still with me, if you're interested in the Patreon, first comments are, I simplified this, alright, so now I have only these two. From 10 bucks a month, I'm going to be doing these videos in early releases, plus the prelims, plus the bets that I take on the prelims, alright. and for $50 plus the access to this presentation, which I also put my sum up in text here. You guys can read also for the prelim card, which I have almost for the entire card already. And for 50 is the ultimate package, you know, where you guys have line by access to the spreadsheet. You guys can check everything I have, you know, plus the open bets that I have, you know, everything that I'm combining from the time that I start putting these bets on, right? So this is line by line all the bets that I'm taking. This is the ultimate package, and if you basically want to see exactly what I'm doing, this is here, and you can obviously do whatever you want with this. Alright, so this will do for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and consider jumping on the Patreon for $10 to hear the prelims and the early release for 50 every single bet, plus obviously the $10. Alright, and I'll talk to you next time. This is from Zrodar Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.